First, I want to start off with, because I'm a bit nervous, I'm going to start off with a quote that always grounds me. And it's from Ralph Waldo Emerson. And it says, "To be yourself in a world that's constantly trying to change, trying to make you into something else is the greatest accomplishment." You know, I've been really, I didn't want to do this at first because I feel like my views, they're usually lopsided, you know? And I said, you know what, this is a great opportunity to share from a perspective of a human being who exists in the cracks of society. Why I say I exist in the cracks of society is because I fall into a unique intersectionality that's usually, not really spoken about, and we get to view life in a certain way that gives a different perspective around how human beings show up. And I was thinking the other day of, I'm so proud of us as human beings. Everyone on this call, everyone in this world, we have advanced so far in technology and human evolution that we have gone to the moon more than once. I think we even touched Mars a little bit too. We have gone to the depths of the ocean, Wow. Intelligent human beings we are. Yet, on this planet, we still can't get along with each other. Huh? I was looking at an experience that I had, and that shifted my whole relationship to race, to sexuality, to gender expression, and equality in human beings. It shifted the whole thing, and it was the lesson that homophobia taught me. Growing up in Jamaica, homophobia was my racism. Because in Jamaica, majority of us are of the same skin complexion. However, homophobia is everywhere. And as a little boy, a little 6-year-old boy, I can remember the first time I got humiliated because of my expression, my feminine expression. And I remember in that moment feeling like, yo, I need to get rid of this evil that permeates my country, my island, Jamaica. And I never forgot that. So fast forward me living in Toronto, I'm gaining power, I'm gaining strength in my voice and my communication. I'm owning who I am even more and speaking out proudly. And one of my stands was to eliminate homophobia. It was such a passionate stand that I couldn't see that I was poisoning my own self and my own aliveness and my own health. Because I couldn't see that, homophobia exists in me too. The thing that I'm fighting the most exists within me too. Because homophobia was something that I was born into. The people who are homophobic towards me, who look like me, were born into this phenomenon of homophobia. And I remember one day I went on this video shoot with my friend, John Orpheus, and he had this album called Goat Life. And we were doing a music video. And he said, "Mike, I'm inviting you to just be your full self. We just want you to be yourself." And I remember showing up at that music video and I'm a bit skeptical about being my full self, And I remember that music video went so well. And in the night, this gentleman came to me and he said, "Yo, I want to talk to you." And that's patois to say, "I want to talk to you." Immediately, I'm not wondering, what did I do wrong? So when he started speaking to me, he said, "You know what? This morning I came in here and I saw you and I saw how you were behaving. And immediately I said, I am not going to spend my whole day with this Batman." And for people who don't know what Batman means, it means disgusting faggot. And he looked at me in the eyes, and this is from a Jamaican man. He said, "But when I observed you throughout the whole day, I realized that you're a human being. Please never stop being yourself." To have someone that I'm usually scared of, usually feel threatened in their presence because of homophobia, To have someone say that, oh, their minds just shift because they realize that I'm a human being. I wish for that for everyone. And I'm sure you do as well. But here's the thing, in that moment, what I learned in that moment, I said to him, I didn't do anything. And he said to me, that's the thing, you were just being yourself. Here's what I wasn't doing anymore. I wasn't being terrified of homophobia anymore. I wasn't being terrified of other people anymore, what they would think of me. I was giving someone space to see that, yo, I am a human being too. And I think that's what's missing. As Adonis said, as if we can't sense each other as a humanity, then what's the point of all of us being here? What's the point of the fight? If the fight that we're fighting is keeping alive the same thing that we're fighting against, what's the purpose of the fight? You know what I'm very clear about? I'm clear that my stand comes from a stand of humanity. A stand that will remind our generations that are coming that, you know what? As human beings, we have advanced in our evolution so far where we can look into ourselves and confront all of the ways that we think people are supposed to be, and confront why we're threatened by other people. Because here's the thing, racism, homophobia, all of the oppressive things, they're the same thing, just giving them a different name. But they all suck. And all I'm saying that to you all here too is that I invite you to take a stand, not for change, not for reforming a system or a structure that doesn't work at the foundation. However, I invite you to think about our children and our youth. This is a time right now we're given a very unique opportunity to complete and utterly, totally transform what it's like to be a human being. Where George Floyd's 6-year-old daughter can walk around the world being exactly who she is. Where Adonis can go into any store and buy whatever he wants without being searched because of his color of his skin. If we won't do it for ourselves, think about your children. Think about the young people. We all have a part to play. We all have a part to play. But make sure that part that you're playing comes from light. And that's what I'm doing over here, doing my best to come from light as best as possible. Let's start shifting the narrative. We're all necessary. We all play an invaluable part right here on this planet. I love you all, and thank you for existing.